Morning, folks. How are you? So we're continuing this journey about saying yes to everything, saying yes to the universe. So let's talk a bit more about this. If we say yes to everything, we're accepting everything. We accept everything, then we won't act to change things that are wrong in this world. Saying yes means positive action. Saying no means giving up. It's the only way we see possibility for change, that we can work to affect change. Morning, Joanna. We can say no to the situation as it is, but yes to the possibility for growth it offers. Morning, Alana. Morning, Janet. How are you? If you believe the situation in your life is hopeless, and simply sit back and let yourself be destroyed. On a global level, if you believe it's hopeless to halt nuclear annihilation, for example, you won't get involved in standing up for peaceful solutions to the world's problems. And it's just like the environmental situation with all the rubbish and plastic. If you believe it's a hopeless situation, you won't actually get involved in doing anything about it. If you know the situation is not hopeless, you say yes to the opportunity to get involved in the process of making our planet as peaceful and as clean as possible, as so many people are doing throughout this world as it stands. These people are not paralysed by fear because they're saying yes to the opportunities inherent in the situation. Morning, Francis. How are you? Saying yes does not mean giving up on the situation. Saying yes means getting up and acting on your belief that you can create meaning and purpose in whatever life hands you. And we'll talk about that a wee bit more later on. It does mean challenging your resources. Morning, Janet. Yes, it does look broad and leaving this morning. Still darkish though in Weems, yeah. No doubt. It's beautiful here. It means channeling your resources to finding constructive, healthy ways to deal with the adverse situations. It means acting out of strength, not weakness. It means having the flexibility necessary to survey many options and choose ones that enhance your growth. It does not mean destroyed and destroying. It means becoming alive to the possibility. Whereas the concept of saying yes to your universe is fairly easy to grasp, learning to say yes requires a great deal of awareness. We must seem to have an automatic reflex that pushes the no button straight away. We've all seen it. Everybody's negative most of the time. It's so easy to become negative in any situation. Do you know it takes 22 muscles in the face to frown, and yet it takes 8 muscles to smile? So why is it we look grumpy and we frown most of the time when it takes more effort? I don't know. Answers on a postcard. So we seem to have an automatic reflex that pushes the no button in this situation. It's not easy to understand how to say yes when a child is gravely ill, when you become physically disabled, or when you lose a job, or you lose a loved one. Remember, the world is filled with people who've been handed the worst life has to offer, and they have come out winners at the end of it. We can all think of somebody. And I'll speak about Josh Quigley. Josh is, Monday night, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be interviewing Josh for the first time. And he's the NC 500 cyclist world record holder. So he cycled 500 miles around Scotland on the NC 500 within just outside 30 hours. So he holds a world record for that. But most people don't know Josh Quigley actually got in a car and headed straight for a wall 5 years ago to never want to come back ever again. That's going to be some journey we're going to talk about. We're all winners when we say yes, and it's worth every effort to learn how. So the following steps I'll cover briefly. Morning, Andrea. The following steps I'll cover briefly, and we'll probably go in more detail tomorrow because it's a wee bit more complex. So the first one is create awareness that you can choose to say yes or no. The second one is nod your head and say yes. You'd be surprised. Relax your body. Adopt the attitude of it's happening perfectly. Let's see what good I can create from any situation or this situation. And finally, be patient with yourself. It takes time to adapt and adopt a yes approach to life. So say yes to you. And that's what we're going to talk more about tomorrow. Morning, Anne-Marie. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30